successful attempts.
Yes,
As a seasoned skydiver, Mackenzie was unfazed as she began her 11,000-foot descent until it was time to prepare for landing, and her parachute failed to open. Trying not to panic, she pulled on the cord of her emergency chute, but the lines got tangled, and she hurtled towards the ground in a 45-second freefall before smashing into a set of power cables. By absorbing most of the energy from her fall, the power lines had saved Mackenzie's life, and when she was admitted to hospital, she suffered only a broken pelvis. Skydiving instructor Vanna Gulliver was astounded to find her alive and claimed that a reserve parachute malfunction is basically unheard of. Despite her ordeal, Mackenzie even announced from her hospital bed she was determined to jump again. Number 5. Greg Rasmussen. Greg Rasmussen is an animal conservationist who came a little too close for comfort with some of the fiercest predators in the African bush back in 2003. Rasmussen had boarded his single-engine plane over Hawaiian National Park in Zimbabwe in search of endangered rhinos when he lost control during intense winds and crashed into the plains below. After quickly realizing that he'd broken both legs, Rasmussen was able to drag himself to a nearby tree to seek shelter, but his nightmare was far from over. The impact had detuned his radio, so any mayday calls went unheard, and he soon realized he would have to wait it out in the wilderness. Vulnerable and exposed, Rasmussen became an easy and appealing meal for nearby predators, and as vultures began to circle, a stampede of elephants headed towards the wreckage. Thinking fast, Rasmussen beat the aluminum hull of his aircraft with a stick, which scared them off, and he repeated the same trick after identifying the chilling call of a lioness as dusk set in. After surviving the night and fending off a hungry hyena with his drumming, Rasmussen was found and rescued, and after some 100 operations, some use in his legs was restored, and he is now 3 inches shorter. Number 4. Truman Duncan. Becoming known as the Miracle Man is no easy feat, but 40-year-old Truman Duncan definitely deserves such a title after surviving being cut clean in half. In June 2006, Truman was working at Greenbrier Rail Service in Claiborne, Texas, when he fell between a pair of moving railroad freight cars and found himself fighting for his life. After hanging onto the car for 20 seconds, Truman was caught beneath the wheel supporting 20,000 pounds of dead weight, which dragged him along for 50 feet before severing through the pelvis bone. Miraculously, Truman stayed conscious and even contacted 911 before waiting 45 minutes for paramedics to locate him at the huge rail yard. Blood loss had sent his body into crucial preservation mode, and his vital organs like his heart, lungs, liver, and 1 kidney remained intact. After 23 surgeries over 4 months, Truman now uses a wheelchair and is fully active again, and he has even returned to work in the office at the very same rail yard.
We can blow the
Number
door
3.
with those.
Anna Bagenholm.
Shoot 'em.
In 1999, Swedish orthopedic surgeon Anna Bagenholm made medical history when she was shockingly revived after freezing to death some 24 hours earlier. In 2011, Bagenholm had been skiing with colleagues in the Kjolund mountain range in Norway. She lost control during a steep descent and fell onto a frozen stream below. A hole then opened up beneath her body, swallowing her head first and trapping her under 8 inches of ice with no means of escape. And when her friends found her and attempted to pull her out, only her feet and skis were above the ice. After 40 minutes of shallow breathing using a tiny air pocket, Anna's body temperature reached a staggeringly low 13.70 degrees Celsius, and she entered circulatory arrest. By the time rescuers dug her out, she had been under the freezing ice for 80 minutes, and when she was airlifted to hospital, she had undoubtedly been clinically dead for 2 hours. After desperate efforts to rewarm her blood, Anna's heart miraculously restarted 24 hours after her initial fall, and after more than a year, she was able to move again. Doctors believe that the extreme cold slowed her metabolism, causing the brain to require less oxygen, and induced hypothermia is now practiced with critical patients to prolong the window needed to save lives. Number 2. Ron Hunt. It may seem unlikely that the subject of an x-ray like this one could make it out alive, but one incredibly lucky man has lived to tell the tale. On 15th August 2003, construction worker Ron Hunt was working at the Tahoe Donner subdivision in Truckee, California. One mishap almost cost him his life. Hunt was drilling above his head while standing on a 6-foot ladder. He pushed a little too hard, trying to bore a hole, causing the ladder to wobble. Realizing what was about to happen, Hunt followed standard safety procedure by tossing the drill aside but the power tool didn't fall far enough away, and he landed face first on the 18-inch
Your kind
long,
has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
The tool skewered his head by entering his right eye and exiting about 6 inches through the side of the skull, but it miraculously pushed his brain aside, sparing him from brain damage, paralysis, and probable death. Specialists initially planned to cut the drill bit out, but decided to effectively unscrew it free, and Hunt recovered from his injuries in just under a month. Despite losing an eye and suffering a fractured skull, Hunt emerged relatively unscathed, and his cognitive health has proved even more remarkable than the curious case of Phineas Gage. Before I continue, check out this incredible footage captured on helmet cam, which shows the moment motorcyclist Taylor Smith flipped in the air and somehow landed on his feet after being hit by a speeding car on his way home from work. The extraordinary event took place in San Francisco in 2015. Smith flipped in the air, and some curious case of Phineas Gage. Before I continue, check out this incredible footage captured on helmet cam, which shows the moment motorcyclist Taylor Smith flipped in the air and somehow landed on his feet after being hit by a speeding car on his way home from work. The extraordinary event took place in San Francisco in 2015 when the car emerged from nowhere after running a red light at an intersection and hit Mr. Smith's sign on. The 2011 Daytona 675 custom bike was destroyed in an instant, but thankfully Smith himself was wearing all the correct protective gear. Smith only suffered minor bruising and was astonished to find himself on his feet, having probably also saved the lives of the pedestrians crossing at the right side of the street. Number 1. Lucky log escape. If you've ever seen Final Destination 2, you'll remember this terrifying scene. But your fear of freak logging truck-related catastrophes may not be so irrational after seeing this photo. In October 2019, one motorist in Georgia had an incredibly lucky escape after his 2003 Nissan Xterra was impaled by logs from front to back. The unnamed driver was bending down to collect a dropped coffee cup when he rear-ended a logging truck in front and sent as many as 40 felled trees smashing through the windshield and out the other end. The scene may look like a definite death trap, but thankfully the driver emerged with only minor injuries because his seat was not in an upright position at the time of impact. Firefighters cut through the massive logs before rescuing the man in around 10 to 15 minutes, and the chief officer was astounded to discover that his head had ended up in a hole perfectly sized to protect him from the logs. This person needs to buy a lottery ticket with that sort of luck. So which of these people do you think was the luckiest? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
Those steps to prop up your keyboard are supposed to be so you can see it better. Where's this gate? That's gotta be like a boomer thing. Hello friends, it's me. Today we're gonna be checking out some things you probably didn't know. If you ever wondered how they make paint at Home Depot and paint stores, this is how they do it. It all starts out as white paint. Cause it's like you see all the Pantones on the wall. I used to collect them as a child. Whatever shade of fuchsia you would like, they can scan it, and then the machine automatically mixes the colors needed into the white to get that exact shade. Then they put it in the mixer. Wham bam, yes ma'am. Just the right shade of pink. Nice. And that's how you do it. Certain types of doorknobs and handles can automatically disinfect themselves. If the doorknob is made of copper, brass, aluminum, or iron, they are antimicrobial and automatically kill bacteria. It doesn't mean you should turn a doorknob and stick your hand into your mouth. It does, however, take a few hours to kill bacteria. more ergonomic to type at an angle, but turns out a flat keyboard is better for that. Tell that to my aching wrists. So the steps to prop up your keyboard
Mr. Johnson's
are supposed
gonna
to be
need
so
to
you
double
can
my
see it
pay
better.
after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
See everything without a glare.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Any news?
Whispers of things. Nothing solid at the moment. I know you're looking for word of anything out of the ordinary. Dealing with temples and spirits and ancient times and whatnot. But, so far, can't say my boys have heard much.
No trinkets or artifacts being moved through your... shadow market?
Nothing new. Couple of ill-gotten weapons, some jewelry likely lifted from a living thing. But you said to listen for talk of glows and ums and strange sights, right? And I ain't heard nothing about that.
Keep at it.
Oh, I will. You done me a great service, mister. And I fully intend to repay my debt. Thricefold, if it pleases.
Thank you, Thomas.
Place to sleep and meal to eat is thanks enough. Don't you worry. I'll get you sorted soon.
Dimpled on a golf ball.
Hello.
Why couldn't you be a regular ball? Which came first, the golf ball or the Epcot? So the first golf balls ever made were completely smooth. Why did you put all these holes in it? So over time, pro golfers were like, you know, the best balls are the old ones that have all the cracks and scuffs
Good evening,
in them.
gentlemen.
I could make a joke, but I'm not going to.
Charming.
So they kept using the same
geez,
balls for
Charles, you're
years.
growing here.
Then manufacturers were like, okay, you know what? We
Catherine, you fucker! Get back here! Paddy needs a drink.
How fair is the search?
Maths and maps are not
Side
cutting
is
it.
white and one side
What have your local contacts?
right.
We'll need to earn their trust.
I could make
before
a
they'll
joke,
share
but
what
I'm
they
not
know.
going to. So they kept using the same balls for years. Then manufacturers were like, okay, you know what? We're going to make these balls have like ripples in them and stuff. Those balls, you know, they just hit different. So this is supposed to resemble an aged, dimpled ball.
Do you know where they're being held?
To us, they just look like a regular golf ball. Speaking of balls
Benjamin
and
Churchwill.
holes, why do
He's
donuts
applying there
have
under fixer.
holes in the middle of
He's
them?
also on your list.
They have donuts that are around
And there I
them.
was
see
wondering
donuts that are like
whom I might
heart-shaped
solicit
stars.
next.
We
Well
talk
done.
about the original design of a donut. You know, thousands of years ago, when they used to go to Dunkin' Donuts, they could never get the edges to cook the same as the middle. So bakers came up with a shape where they would have a hole. In the middle, so the donut cooks evenly. I mean, okay, you know, on the back of some coats, there's this thing that's called a half belt. It's a small piece of cloth held together by some buttons. So they used to have these on military coats. The purpose of this was that the half belts could be detached at night, and then they would use their coat as a blanket. I mean, times have changed. We got luxury now. We got a coat and we got a blanket. Wait, can you still do that or no? If you take good care of your nails, you probably already know what a cuticle is. You know, this rib part around the nails. You know, when you get a manicure, they cut some of it so it's like all perfect, and you just got like a clean look. So the whole reason for the cuticle is to protect your nails from an infection. When it's removed, when you cut it, bacteria and fungus can sneak through. I feel like a lot more nail salons know this because they don't mess with the cuticle. I used to like take my nail and like push mine down and like mess with it and stuff. But now I feel like a lot of people know this and just leave it alone. Don't cut it, don't mess with it or anything. What does the hole in the cap of a ballpoint pen do? What purpose do you serve in this world?
Wonderful.
A lot of people think it's so the pen doesn't dry out or so that it doesn't leak. No, it has a hole. If that a small person or animal somehow
Charles?
swallowed the cap, the
Sir?
hole keeps their airway from completely closing. Oh, so it's a safety precaution. Who knew? A blue pen cap. I think I'll just... No, don't you dare. This
Seems
is
like we're not
very
the only
important.
ones looking for
What
Mr.
do the
Church.
numbers
Yes,
mean
it could
on
be
your
anywhere.
fruit? It's not just